All right, I think we are live. Hopefully the audio is okay, and hopefully the it's not too dark. Okay, guys, I try to keep the brightness as dim as I can, just because I get warm rather quickly. So let me know if you can hear me okay, and if you can see me clear enough. Okay. So thank you for those who are joining and hanging out with me. I know that your time is so valuable and precious, and so I'm very grateful for you to spend and choose to be here with me. So thank you again. I'm very happy to be here. I know that I don't get to come on the live streams as often as I'd like to these days, but I always take the time to prep myself to be here, and so that I can be the vessel to communicate the messages, the insight, the wisdom, and to be like a powerhouse when I am here. So when I'm not here, I'm either just working with my business or with life goes on. So I'm never neglecting anybody here or the channel. I just want to make sure that everyone understands this is more of like my contribution. So I do not make money through this process, and I am happy to say that. Okay, so I want to start with the collective energy, the message for that, and I'll go over the collective energy. I'll then kind of go into like maybe a couple of messages that I want to bring forth and share, energetic messages and some, insight and wisdom. And then for those who want to hang out, I will be happy to do a few readings, and that will be at the end of this live stream. So thank you for those who are here. Let's see, hold on. Let's make sure I got this correct here. It's been a while. So I'm a little rusty with like the technology piece. Hold on. Why can't I see it that well here? That's so weird. Hold on. I want to make sure I can see the chats. Maybe I cannot. All right, well, I will have to use this for the chat, okay? I cannot see, it's cut off here. And I did use the Google versus the Safari. So, but I want to make sure that I can communicate and be interactive. So bear with me. That way I can access the chat. I'm unable to see the whole thing here. All I can see is a couple of icons. So I want to make sure that I'm participatory with you guys, okay? Thank you. All right. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I see Halle, Jayhawk, Sean, thank you. All right. Okay, I can see the chat now from here. All right. Thank you. All right. I can see everybody here. Yes, technology sometimes. All right, but as long as I got it here, that's the most important part. Yes, hi Jayhawk, I'm doing good, very, very good. Thank you for asking. Been busy with work and business stuff, but I'm happy to be here when I can, and I'm so happy to see you here too. Thank you. Hi Genzi, how are you? Love you. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna go into the collective energy. I'm gonna then kind of just touch on a couple of messages I want to share. And after that, I'll do a couple of readings, and it will be a rather short live stream. Majority of my live streams have been shorter, more condensed versions. So if you've noticed that, we're not here for hours upon hours, but I do want to still bring forth the messages in a concise manner and still be able to help those who are looking for a reading, okay? Yay. So, hello, Fernando. How are you? If you see me looking down here, like I said, guys, the chat is cut off, so I cannot see it here on the screen. So I am using my phone to look at the chat, all right? Ah. Hello, Genzi and Quartz Quantum. How are you guys? Okay. Nice, right. Okay. So for the collective energy, oh, and I also have my crystals here, as usual. Amethyst. So beautiful, pretty. Okay. Okay. So the collective energy message is push versus pull. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So push is when you are pushing yourself through, whether they be challenges, through projects, through experiences of life, through the day, whatever it may be that you're experiencing. When we're pushing ourselves, we're kind of almost like pressing ourselves forward. I don't want to say forcing yourself, but if that word resonates with you, however you may take the information, when we're pushing ourselves, we're kind of like bulldozing our way through a task, a project, the day. It could be through a struggle or a hurdle or a challenge, whatever it may be. So when we're pushing ourselves forward, we are kind of like really using our forceful energy to push ourselves forward. And when I talk about the pull, right, push versus pull, so when I refer to pulling ourselves, really it's going to be allowing the universe to work in tandem with us, so that when we just move, we're just pulling ourselves through the process. We're not pushing, right? We're not just trying to find any way to get there. We're kind of pulling ourselves up, right, in times of need, pulling ourselves up through any kind of setbacks or challenges, pulling ourselves with, coincidingly with energetics, with the energy of the universe and with your higher self as well. So when I talk about the collective energy, I feel a push versus pull type of energy. And so sometimes with that experience, we can find ourselves like in this conflict within ourselves, because one day or one moment we're pushing through things, right? And then the next moment we're pulling ourselves through things. And so it could kind of create an internal, dissonance through the day, through the challenge, through a struggle, or through a project, or just anything you're doing. And so I wanted to take this time to at least address the collective energy. And so that is what is coming through for the collective. So I hope that makes sense for those who are listening, whether they're here now or in the replay. That is really the message for the collective energy. And so if you have questions for those who are here, I'm happy to answer. If nobody has questions, perfectly okay with me. I'm going to go into the messages then that I wanted to kind of talk about today. And then after that, we'll go into the readings, okay? So let me just check the chat. Yay. Happy to see you too, Fernando. Yay. Awesome. Kylie, how are you? Oh, you're happy to hear my voice? Thank you. Thank you. Quantum Court says, Steve Quayle says, we are in the end of times. Not sure about that. I don't try to keep up with the world, okay? Wallflower, hello, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yay. And hi again, Kylie. Well, I mean, I don't want to go too far into off-topic things. I like to keep myself on track, but I don't mind giving a brief statement on my perspective with that question here. Okay, so Court says it's getting close to the end of year. Okay, end of year, yes, true. And Fernando says, yeah, I've been working 2 jobs again, Katrina, and or anytime I can come in, I will. Thank you. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Yes. Hello, Kimberly. Good to see you again. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna like skip that part about the end times just because I want to keep the energy positive. All right. Maybe next time I can cover that. All right. Okay. All right, so on to the messages that I wanted to kind of harness into today, depending on where you are in the world and listening. All right. All right. So as we are going through this life experience, right, we're bound to face obstacles, some challenges, some setbacks, okay? And it's easy to be more negative about those problems that we face, and they vary for every one of us. When we face a hurdle or a struggle, we tend to be more quick to want that moment to just pass us by, right? We can all relate to having a hardship facing us head on, or facing a struggle or a challenge or some type of adversity that doesn't feel nice, doesn't feel pleasant, doesn't feel comfortable. And it's very easy for us to want to rush that moment by and get to like the other side of that. So if you guys can relate to that, let me know here in the chat. I know I've faced that. We're human, so it's understandable. But does anybody relate to that? Like when you're facing a struggle or you're facing a challenge that you just really want to like get through that so you can get to the next thing? Let me know. Jayhawk, Sean, Gen Z, awesome guys. Thank you. Fernando says, yes, Katrina, I try to overcome that literally every day. All right. Jayhawk says, I have anxiety, so it feels like even short moments are an eternity. Okay. Quartz Quantum, yes. Kimberly, definitely. All right. So, what I want to say about this experience is that if we trust that we were placed here for a reason, right? And our experience of life is to overcome various challenges, experience highs of life, some lows of life, some neutral moments of life. We are here to experience a wide variety of also emotions as well. And along our life journey, we face those more tough and like more difficult, challenging of times. This could be an everyday thing for you. This could also be just maybe a very big moment in your life where you really feel Is this going to ever get better? Am I going to ever overcome this? This feels so much weight on my shoulders. Will I ever get through this? So, whether the experience that you're struggling with or facing is minor, frequent, infrequent, major, heavy, whatever it may be, and it can be all of them, right? Because we all have different types of things at any given point in time that we're facing. And so sometimes we have really heavy weighted things, and sometimes they're lightweight, but they still, frustrate us. They can still annoy us. They can still be hindrances in our process. So, regardless of the weight or the frequency, we can all relate to having many of these things feel like roadblocks and barriers to where we're going, right? Sometimes it can feel like they're like nuisances, like, can I just please like not have these pieces? I really need to keep going here. Or you can feel you had so many like back to back to back, where you feel like, when can I begin to breathe again, right? So wherever you fall in that moment of time, I do want to bring you some assurance that it is going to get better. And there are processes, there are purposes for each and every one of us to be going through whatever we may be individually experiencing at a given point in time. And it's easy for us to want to rush through those struggles because nobody wants to deal with pain. I mean, it's just not something we want to do. It's silly if you're going to say, I love pain. Okay, some people might, but for the most of us, nobody wants to really endure it or sit in it. So I do want to say that regardless of what kind of pain, struggle, or hardship, or adversity, or challenge, or struggle, or setback you may be experiencing, if we can learn to embrace that moment, even if it's a short moment or a long moment, if we can learn to embrace those setbacks and embrace the process that we're experiencing, right? When we can learn to embrace what's happening, what's unfolding for us, even if it's not pleasant, we can embrace those pieces of ourselves that's unfolding. We can actually transcend that into higher learning. And it does take practice, it does take maturity, because it's easy for us to want to naturally push it away or hate it or dislike it or want to rush through it. So we're human, so that's understandable. But I do want to give some advice for those who are truly looking to kind of overcome some of these hurdles that they feel maybe are barriers to their life experience. And so, if we can embrace these moments of time, instead of resisting them, instead of trying to rush through them, if we can, accept them for what they are at the moment, right? And learn that this is part of our life journey. This is part of my life journey. I might not like it, and I don't have to like it, but I can embrace and I can accept that I'm supposed to go through X, Y, or Z at a given point in time. Whether I like it or not, I am willing to accept that I'm struggling with X, Y, or Z at this moment, and it doesn't feel comfortable, and I can almost resent it, but I'm willing to embrace that this particular hardship, this particular struggle is part of my personal journey that I'm here to embrace and learn from, so that I can actually transcend that, right? So let me pause and make sure I can say hello to everybody who is just joining. And if you resonate so far with the message, please let me know here in the chat so I can keep this interactive together, okay? And again, I have to use this because I cannot see the chat from here, guys. So I'm so sorry. Yay. Fernando says, yes, this is correct, Trina. I have been embracing moments in my life in the last 4 years more than I ever have in my entire life. Great job, Fernando, great job. Finley, hey, Finley, how are you? It's so awesome to see you. Hold on. My mouth is getting a little bit dry, guys. Hold on. Okay. Finley says, hello, Katrina. I watched the ad on my way in and left you a thumbs up and shared you out. Aw, thank you, Finley. Thank you so much. Finley is so awesome, guys. If you are looking to support other creators here, he has a channel. He's awesome. He's really down to earth and grounded kind of guy. And so definitely check out his channel. He's a natural kind of guy, brings his family on the channel, and it's always a pleasant experience. So if you're looking to hang out with other groups and get to know more people here, definitely check out Finley, okay? All right, Kimberly says, I have had a lot of struggles in the past, emotionally now in the present, and I'm struggling with physically. Okay. Fernando says, same. UK Toxic Player says, I have followed you. Thank you. Jayhawk says, yes. Thank you so much. Genzi says, always. Quartz Quantum. I requested a loan a long time ago, and the money for that still has not come in. Postal service is very slow. Bless the man and women. Okay. Fernando says, I live alone, so it's not as bad for me these days, but I struggle though. All right, understand. Finley says he's doing great. I'm doing good too this morning. Thank you. Yay. Absolutely. Okay. So here. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Okay, now here is a little twist, okay? All right. And this may not resonate for all, and I understand that, but I'm gonna still put this out there, okay? So some of your challenges, right, today that you're experiencing, they may be blessings. Okay, I'll say that again. Some of your challenges that you may be experiencing really may be blessings, okay? As we're growing and evolving through this life journey experience, we do find ourselves almost reminiscing of the past when we were in a previous struggle, right? And we either have whatever emotional connection to that experience in the past, but we do find ourselves at moments looking back, reminiscing on how we overcame certain hardships, certain adversities, whether we have mixed emotions about that or positive ones or negative ones. Either way, we do sometimes look back and see how we may have overcame them, okay? And so sometimes these challenges or struggles, they really may be blessings in disguise because they're placed on our path for us, obviously, to grow and evolve from. But they're placed on our path for us to really stop and really connect inward with ourself, our higher self. And if we didn't have any kind of struggles, then we're going to just be like on this on this linear path forward, never really stopping, never having to hit the brakes, never having time to really even reflect on what's happening. And so sometimes some of these struggles, these challenges that we may face can really be blessings in disguise. So if that resonates with you, then that resonates for you, okay? Okay. All right. All right. Now, oh, am I missing some people here? Let's see. Hello. Yay. Jayhawk says, I feel like I'm at the end of a really rough karmic contract. I have to get out of this cycle with him, though. I understand that, I do. Thank you so much, Alyssa, Lauren. Thank you so much for your donation. I will get to the readings after the messages. So if you want to hang out here, Alyssa, we'll get you first, okay? But thank you again for your donation. Okay. All right, so we're almost done with the actual messages, and then we'll go into the readings, okay? All right. All right, so I want to kind of just touch a little bit about being your authentic self. And I know that we hear that a lot, but I kind of want to just dive a little bit deeper, or at least bring a little different perspective to that. It's easy for us to hear, be your authentic self, right? I think for most of us, we've heard that terminology or phrase quite a bit. And nothing's wrong with that, that at least we're hearing the right things that we're supposed to be hearing. But I want to dive a little bit deeper there. We each have our own sense of, personality. We have different strengths. We have different traits within ourselves that are unique to us. And when we learn to know who we are as individuals, we are able to really hone in and know with certainty not just our strengths, but also our traits that do serve us, that bring us out, that bring the best parts of us out. We have lots of traits, and we can have many different types of strengths, but I'm referring to the traits and the strengths that really bring our personality part out, the part that we see as we all interact. And so we each have our own sense of style. Our personality has different traits. And it's really important to not just know those parts of ourselves, but actually embrace them and watch them come to life. All right. And for anybody who does have a channel here, who is a creator, then they can probably attest to watching their own development really kind of manifest before their very eyes. If you don't have a channel, that's okay. You can also still get that experience when you are with family, friends, in groups, social interaction. It could be out in a public setting, in a small group. It could be at work, it could be at school, wherever you may be, and you notice the parts of your personality that come out. And so it is important to acknowledge those pieces of ourselves, embrace them, and really focus on bringing forth those elements of ourselves as often as we can, because we will be the most happiest. We will also be in most alignment when we are pulling that part of ourselves to the surface for all of us to see and interact with and play with. All right. So let me just check the chats so I'm not losing everybody here. Is it seen? Yes, you can get a reading. I will go into those readings next. All right, hold on. Yes, Alyssa. Mel Mel, you're at school? Mel Mel, you go to school? Is that new? Yay. Heart of Cards. Finley, so true. Yay. And Jay Haas says, I resonate with that as well. I'm happy I caught the stream. Yay. I'm so happy you guys are with me too. All right. So, all right. We're almost finished with the message and then we'll go into the readings, okay? And really, is Mel Mel in school? I'm excited to hear this if that's the truth. I believe her. Okay. She'll pop back in when she can. All right, let me make sure here. Okay. All right, so just to piggyback on this piece that I was talking about where embracing our authentic self and really bring that part of ourself to life. And again, it can be even talents that you may have. So for example, to keep it very basic, say you are really good at a sport, or you have a talent for singing, or you have a knack for some type of creative thing, whatever it may be, or you're funny, or you're really charismatic, whatever it may be. We all have different type of traits and elements to us. So really important to really embrace our authentic self, bring that forth, bring that piece of us, those pieces of us that we know really bring us alive to the surface so we can all play with that part of ourselves, because that is where we will find true happiness, more alignment, and others are going to want to play in that same wavelength with us too, okay? All right. And then, oh yeah, okay. Okay, and so here's a good example. Say you have several different strengths or traits or talents or abilities. And what I see a lot of time is people try to take, let's just say, a handful of traits that they so brainstorm with yourself, right? Or with a good family member or friend who you trust to write down the traits or strengths that you think you might have, and then kind of narrow them down a little bit, just so you can at least work with the first, handful, maybe 3. All right. Now, when you find these 3, for example, just an example here, it's natural for many people to want to find an outlet that all those 3 will fit in. And then what they may find themselves is trying to force these 3 pieces of themselves to make sense in one mindset, but it might not. If it does, it does. But reality is we have different type of abilities and traits and talents that they're not going to all funnel into the one thing. So it's not about relieving some of those pieces. And it's also not about forcing them into one box. There's a different mindset and a different approach to how you look at your pieces here. And so you'll have these pieces that belong to you, and these are the ones that you think are your best, or the ones that are more present at this time. They change from as we evolve and go through our journey of life and where we're at in this process. They may shift and adjust. So ones you have when you're little may not be the ones you have right now. And so expect them to always be adjusting to the time and to our place in this world, okay? So you have a handful of these traits. Let's just say 3 or 2. Let's just call it 3, right? Maybe 2 of them fit here, but one of them doesn't look like it fits. So again, like I said, we're not going to force them into one category, one bucket. We're also not going to see them as complete separate. We're going to honor them as they are, but we're also going to merge who we are and those pieces, and we're going to integrate them to ourselves. So if that made sense for you guys, let me know. Again, we're not going to keep them separate And we're also not going to make them be one. When I say one, we're not going to make them become one outlet, right? But we're going to make them merge within ourselves, and we're going to be aware that these are the things we're actually trying to hone in on and let them surface. All right, let me know if that made sense. Let me check the chats. Thank you, Kylie. Quartz Quantum. Oh, all right. Kimberly has a singing talent? That's awesome. Jayhawk, Fernando, awesome. That is awesome. My internet is not doing well. My internet here, my phone is just not pleasing me today. All right. Okay. We're good here, but all right, here we go. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. So. All right, I think we're good, okay? All right, so this is gonna be the last message, and then we're gonna roll right into the readings, okay? So let me know if anybody has any questions at this point. I'm gonna assume we don't unless I see it in the chat. That's awesome. Okay. All right, let me see how I transition to this last message. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Now, the next little message is going to be a little bit transitioning, but I still think it's really good for those who are who resonate with this message. And we never know what messages we need to hear at a given point in time, but we're going to all have dreams, visions, goals, desires, okay? And it is important to remind yourself of those goals, those dreams, and those visions, those desires. And we will notice that as we're on that journey of our goals and our desires, that we will face moments where those we love and care about may not support us in the manner that we desire them to support us. So let me repeat that. It doesn't mean they don't support our goals and our dreams, but they may not support us in the manner that we hope we want them to or that we expect them to. So I just want to make sure that makes sense, okay? And it's understandable because everybody has their way of seeing different things, and they have their way of evaluating different things and how they're going to contribute. And so along the journey, we have various dreams, various goals and desires, and loved ones or really close friends, family, relatives. They can jump on board with your vision, hopefully, maybe not even that sometimes, but even when they do, they may not value your goals, your dreams the way that you do. And that's understandable. And so we can all admit to facing moments where We want people that we love to love what we're doing. And they will love what we're doing, but they're not going to love it in the way that you love it because it's your dream, it's your desire, it's your endeavor, it's your vision, it's your goal. And so only you can love it with that much love. Um, it's also not our job to seek validation from other people. So even when we do want our spouse, significant other, family, best friend, relatives, children, whomever, to support us in such a manner, it's really not our job to be seeking validation at that level anyways. And so it's easy to get kind of caught up in seeking their validation because we're human beings, and so it's a natural element that we will experience. But if we can remember in those moments when we're really wanting somebody else to jump on board at the same intensity level that we're on it, might not happen, and that's okay. So remember that it is not our job to seek validation or to seek such desire from other people to be at the level we're at with our own dream, our own goal. Because at the end of the day, it's ours and we own that goal, we own that dream, and only we know the why behind why we're doing it. And they may forget the why because it's not their goal, it's not their dream, it's not their endeavor. And we can try to remind people that we love and support to support us in the process. But at the end of the day, we are responsible for our goals. We as individuals are responsible for our own dreams. And whatever project we're working on, or whatever task, whatever vision that we've created, it comes back to ourselves. We hold our own self accountable. We hold our own self, our own feet to the fire. We do not have the ability to hold somebody else's feet to the fire when it's not their vision. And you can have joint visions with other people, but I'm referring to ones that you take on for yourself. And so I wanted to at least bring that element to the forefront here. And yes. So remember your why of why you get started on different projects or goals and visions and dreams. It's easy to kind of like lose yourself in the process because naturally, like any bigger dream, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs and a lot of like navigating. And so remember to stay true to yourself. Remember the why that got you there in the beginning, the why that you chose this for yourself, that you committed for yourself, and stay true to that. So that is my messages for this stream, and we're going to move into the readings. So if anybody has any questions or comments about the messages, please let me know. And if not, whoever is here for the readings will do that next. All right, so I will get myself some Sprite. All right. Ooh. Ice, ice. Ooh. Ooh. I'm hot. Okay. Ooh, smart. Okay, that must be right. That must be right, baby. I'm coming back. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys for being so patient with me. Yay. All right, so thank you, Sean, for helping us keep track for the readings. And let's see here. Thank you, Jayhawk, for that nice compliment. That all the messages tie together beautifully. Thank you. All right. All right, here we go. All right, so we are going to go right into the readings, okay? Let's make sure we're set up. Hello, yes, hi Karina K, how are you doing? Thanks for hanging out with us and joining us. Thank you. Put this over here. Okay. All right. So if you've been with me before, I used to do a lot of time in each reading, but to get a lot of people to have a fair chance, what I've decided to do is do more like general readings. Unless you have a burning, persistent question for your reading, then we can do that. But otherwise, I'm going to assume it's a general reading, and I'm going to bring forth the messages the universe has to offer and bring to you, okay? So let's get started. All right. Yay. Yes, thank you, Karina K. Princess Laura, huh? You have been off YouTube for a very long time? Well, no, I mean, I was on YouTube like, I think a couple days ago. And before that, I had been uploading videos. But, yep. All right. So thank you, Sean, for helping me with the list. Alyssa is first. All right. Move my cards out. Okay. Make sure I'm situated comfortably. I think we're good like that. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay. I can't see this here, so I'm gonna have to use my phone just to see what you guys are, so I don't lose track here. All right, Alyssa. Okay, will Martin reach out to her in the near future? Okay. Right. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. We did cover the messages that I wanted to bring forth. And now at this part of the stream, we are handling the reading. So if you'd like a reading, let Sean know, and we'll see what we can do to get you on there. And I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. All right. All right. All right. And this is for, sorry, Alyssa. Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. Alyssa, based on the cards that came through, I do believe this person is going to be reaching out to you. We've got passion ignited. We also have reward and recognition in the physical realm. So given those two combined, I really believe that this person is going to be coming through to bring forth the yes. Okay. Can't see this. Okay, here we go. All right. Scene. Okay. Scene. We're on scene. All right, for scene. Here we go. Okay. Wow. All right. Scene. Here's your reading. Okay. This can be taken literal or like as symbolic, okay? So we've got the fertility card. It could mean pregnancy or birth, but it doesn't have to be, okay? Because a lot of times it's really symbolic. So maybe you're working on a new project, or it could be a new love interest. It could be a new part of your life that's very significant, okay? And coupled with that, we've got the financial and material changes. So this new experience, this new creative project, it's going to be something big and significant, nothing minor. This new piece, this new birth, this new experience is going to actually change the game for you on the financial material realm. All right, here we go. And Diane. There we go. One more card for Diane. All right, here we go. All right, so this is for Diane. Can you see me? Okay, right here. Diane, there we go. Okay. So Diane, here is what is coming through for you. Okay. At this point in your experience, you've been faced with some type of like decisions or choices, some type of like movement, right? Where you're, I wouldn't say forced, but you're in the process, or you already have, or you're about to make like a decision or a choice, okay? And if you don't know the answer, or if you want reaffirmation, like, to be affirmed that information, I do suggest that you spend some time outdoors or in your house, wherever you can be, to do a little bit of meditating, but also rest your body, rest your mind, let things kind of settle, because when your mind is so busy, we can't get the information from source, because our mind is taking up so much space by erasing everywhere. So when you can actually calm the mind and the body, you will get that answer if you're looking for the answer. If you may know the answer, then, and you want for it to be reaffirmed, then you can get that in the same process. That's where I feel it is. If you are at a higher place in your experience and you're looking for higher guidance, it's coming. All right. So let's see here. Kylie. Ooh, this is good. They're always all good, but yeah. So Kylie, here's your reading. I like to make sure all the information comes through to me as well. So sometimes I get too excited. I want to like jump fast, but I also remind my own self to pace and mute the energies as well. Yeah. Okay. So Kylie, you have been doing a lot of work within yourself, right? And you may have been doing some kind of like manifestation rituals or learning more about personal development, but on the emotional and the spiritual realm. And you're really tapped into like the energetics. And so you're the next, what's opening up for you is this, not just this manifestation, but also like spiritual prosperity. So you're going to get prosperity both from the material realm, like physicality, like, you know, physical earthly realm things, but also spiritual prosperity as well. You've done the right work, you've committed yourself, you've followed the right signs that have been laid out for you. The universe does support you. Okay. All right. Jayhawk. Hey, Mel. What does that mean, leaving school open night? I have no idea what that means, Mel. But we're happy. We're happy if you're happy. Okay. We're on, wait, are we on Jayhawk? Yes or no? I want to make sure I'm on the right page, guys. We just got them with Kylie, right? Making sure, guys. Thank you. Yay. Okay. Jayhawk, okay. Okay. Awesome. And Mel says where you go and see all their work and stuff. Okay. That's kind of cool. Dang, this phone, well, not this internet, but my phone's internet is going wacko today. Okay. All right. Come on. Sorry, my internet going slow here. I want to make sure I can get the chat fully here. That's all, guys. Okay. And I hope everyone is having fun hanging out with us here, okay? I hope. Guys, if you're here and you're hanging out and you have not given this video a thumbs up, please do me the favor and give this video a thumbs up, please. All right. Yes, here we go. Thank you, guys. If you already gave the video a thumbs up, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't, please do so. It really helps support the channel. Thank you. Okay. All right, we are on. And if you guys hear that noise, that's probably my stomach. So I don't know if you guys can hear it through the computer. All right, we're in Jayhawk. Sorry, Kira, but Jayhawk, right? Yay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yes. Can we get one more? Where is some? So I wonder if that, let me get one more because that's got a couple things going on here. Here we go. All right, so we got it. Okay, so we're in Jayhawk. All right, here we go. All right, so here we go. So we are on Jayhawk, and what's coming through is you're overcoming mental conflict and defeat within yourself, okay? It doesn't look like it's with another person per se. Most of the mental conflict and mental defeat is within like your, your own mind, and you're overcoming that. Now, I see prosperity on the physical realm, the material realm, the foundational realm. I also got the harmony card, which does usually mean like the lovers, or it could be self-harmony. Sometimes it does signify that, but it might be with another partner. So something is happening. We're coming into like maybe closure with something. And so you're getting the spiritual strength that's helping you overcome this conflict. You're getting the spirit, because we got the spiritual card and we have the overcoming obstacles and challenges. So again, we had the mental defeat where we felt conflicted with ourselves mentally, and you also had, so you also had obstacles and challenges, but you're pushing through and you're pulling yourself through, and you have the spiritual strength here to bring you through that element. And on the other side of this is prosperity. So you've got prosperity here looking you in the face, right? Sometimes it does take that moment to break away from what no longer serves us and to stop debating it in our mind mentally and to release it. Because if we don't release it, then we can never get what's there for us, waiting for us. So that is your reading. I hope it resonated with you. Hello, everyone who is just joining us. Thank you. If you're coming in, please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. Thank you guys who are already here with us. Thank you guys for hanging out here, okay? Aw, Jayhawk, take your time. So we are on, all right. Elysia, are you here? And then Princess Laura. Do I see Elysia here? Yes, she is. Okay. Here. Oh, that was jumping, but. Too many, hold on. Hold on. All right, here we go. So we're in Illicea. Okay. So what's coming through for you, you've tapped into awareness, which I call consciousness, okay? And your intuition is heightened. So you're accessing that higher realm more frequently. Now, at the same time, what I'm also seeing is that you're faced with some temptation that does not serve you. And so if you have, that higher awareness that you're tapped into, I would like to believe that means your spirit guides are with you, kind of signaling and reminding you of what you know is right, even if you're tempted with some type of lower vibrational temptations. So we all live this world, so you are always free will to do whatever you'd like, but just remember your higher purpose and follow your intuition, okay? All right. What's next? Princess Laura. Yes, you can. If it's a very important question that you have, sure, you can ask a question. All right, let's see. Hi, Diamond Rose. I'm trying to go back to the list. Okay, so we're on Princess Laura, and then Diamond Rose, and then Kim, and then Karina. So Princess Laura, go ahead, ask what you'd like. Then Diamond Rose. All right, here we go. Question. Did Izzy throw away the song he wrote for me after the big fight? Okay, let's see. Interesting. Hold on. All right, so Princess Laura, I do believe he did throw this away. I do believe he did. I do believe that he did. I believe that there is some type of suffering in silence and the truth has come out. And you know that truth already. I think that he has thrown this piece away. Okay. Are we on Diamond Rose? Okay. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean. Let me make sure I'm looking at the comments too for everybody else. That way. Yes, Jayhawk. I remember your name was Kira. I do remember that. And wait, did you email me? I don't know if I ever got the chance to respond to you. I have a unless I did send it. I knew I had like worked on like several paragraphs, and I thought I hit send, but I may not have done that because I didn't finish it. So can you let me know if I ever sent you the email back? If not, I can go back and check, but I can't remember if I did or not. Sorry, that was a random thought right now. Thank you, Finley, for being so kind. Okay. Okay. And then Jayhawk says here, I beat myself up a lot because part of me knew what I was getting myself into, but I feel like my spirituality saves me and guides me every single day. Thank you, Katrina. Yes, that's wonderful. I'm happy to hear that. It's like your North Star. It always knows it's guiding you. And just listen to it. Okay. All right, sorry. I want to make sure that I didn't miss the chat, okay? All right. Oh yes, check, Jay. Just check. I don't remember. Like I can't remember. If I didn't, then I'll check mine. I'll check it later to make sure it's not in the draft section. Because I remember you emailed me, and I can't remember if I responded, but I know I did put like effort into like paragraphs. So I don't remember, so I gotta go back and look. Sorry. Okay. Yes. No. I will go back. Okay. I don't know why it randomly came to my mind right now. It did. So. All right. Yay. Okay. All right, Sean. Thank you. All right. So we're on Diamond Rose. Yes. Thank you, Finley. All right. Diamond Rose wants to know what new love energies are coming the new year. All right. Diamond Rose. What new love energies are coming? Well, love is a nice thing, so. Ooh, let's see what came out. I get excited. It's not even my readings, but I get excited sometimes. Wow, okay. You asked for it. I'm getting warm here. Okay, so we've got rejoice in harmonious celebration, okay? So that's very indicative of love coming right on the scene for you, okay? And not just love, like casual love. I don't know if it's marital love, but it's very much like a long-term relationship or more, right? But it's not like a fling or something or like a date. So, yes, actually this could be a marriage, could be, because I see foundation. And I see family and foundation. So it could be someone that you're going to integrate into your home life. I see union and hope. So yeah, if you're hoping for this, I see it coming for you. That's awesome. That's a nice one. Seriously, that's what comes through. You're very welcome. Okay. We're in Kimberly. Kimberly, are you still here? And then Karina, and then AP. So is Kimberly here? Have we seen her recently? Maybe she left, that's okay. No, I'm sorry, Kimberly. Sorry, Kimberly, then Karina. So sorry. Kimberly. There she is. Okay.